Hello, my name is Jamie Wright, and today I'll be comparing two early childhood education models. In the Reggio Emilia approach, children are capable and competent of much more than expected when provided the right opportunities for engaging with his or her world in creative ways. Reggio schools hold many core values during their approach to education, such as children are strong, powerful, and capable. Children learn through active, social, and constructive processes. Art and beauty should be the foundations of the educational environment. Families are essential partners in the education process. And relationships are the foundation of learning. From a philosophical basis, the image of the child is to be active participants in their own education. Community, collaboration, and parental involvement are essential for providing support and participation in the child's learning process. The environment is seen as the third teacher, meaning that learning spaces should be aesthetically pleasing and flexible to meet the needs and interests of each student. From a theoretical basis, the Reggio Emilia approach is a blend of constructivist, sociocultural, and multiple intelligence theories. It centers its educational approach from the works of Piaget, Vygotsky, Gardner, Dewey, Malaguzzi, and many others. Their theories collectively emphasize on active, experiential, and collaborative learning. The role of the teacher is to be partners in learning. Teachers in Reggio schools serve multiple purposes in a classroom. However, their main purpose is to act as a co-learner or collaborative partner when learning alongside children. Reggio teachers are facilitators of learning and relationships, observers, listeners, documentarians, researchers, advocates for children, and adaptive. The role of the teacher in Reggio schools is constantly evolving through experimentation, iterative, and com- cumulative changes. Cumulative changes, sorry. The role of the student is seen as capable and competent. Students are seen as powerful and capable of generating complex, meaningful ideas. In Reggio schools, students are active learners, collaborators, decision makers, communicators, problem solvers, researchers, and self advocates for their learning processes. In Reggio schools, each child is uniquely capable and have individual strengths, which need to be welcomed and supported on varying ability levels. Some advantages of the Reggio Emilia approach is that it focuses on a child-centered education for each child's interests, leading to a personalized learning experience. Children are respected and seen as capable, competent, and full of potential. Active and engaged learning provide hands-on activities that encourages curiosity and inquiry, fostering a deep understanding and love for learning. Collaborative learning helps to build social skills and encourage a sense of community. Children have opportunities to express their creativity in multiple forms like art, music, drama, and writing. The Reggio Emilia approach focuses on holistic development, which supports, which supports the development of social, emotional, physical, and cognitive skills. Some challenges of the Reggio Emilia approach include traditional standardized testing does not fully align with the Reggio approach, resulting in challenging comparisons on the academic progress using conventional metrics. Some parents may be unfamiliar with the Reggio approach due to familiarity with traditional instructional methods. Without an understanding on this philosophy, it becomes difficult to get parental involvement for the child's learning process and educational needs. A few environmental constraints include space requirements and resource availability, Reggio-inspired classrooms require a significant amount of space and design elements that may not be available in all schools. Maintaining the interest in Maintaining the interest of children can be challenging when attempting to continuously find new engaging projects. One key point and example of the Reggio approach is collaborative learning. For example, Reggio inspired classrooms have collaborative work where students work together to build models and create murals. In Montessori education, Maria Montessori developed this child centered educational approach that emphasizes independence, freedom within limits, and a respect for a child's natural, psychological, physical, and social development. Through her observations, she discovered that children learn and develop through spontaneous and sensory driven activities free from adult interference. From a philosophical basis, Montessori classrooms value and respect each child and provide freedom to make their own choices and take responsibility for their actions. Dr. Maria Montessori believed children to have absorbent minds that naturally soak up their surroundings and experiences. Through self directed learning, children are viewed as capable of educating themselves with the appropriate materials. On a theoretical basis, Montessori education aligns with constructivist theorist Jean Piaget, which suggests that children develop knowledge through interactions with their environment. Montessori believed children pass through phases that prepare them for learning in certain areas. During these sensitive periods, the child is ready to master skills they cannot master at other times. The role of the teacher is to be a directress and observer. Montessori educators typically remain in the background, guiding and supporting the unfolding development of the child's learning without influence from the teacher. Montessori believed teachers should play three significant roles to respect the rights of children and their abilities. First, they must carefully prepare the environment or classroom. Second, appropriately introducing and modeling the Montessori materials. And third, closely observing children and documenting their learning process. The role of the student is shown to be independent and capable. Children are seen as active participants in their learning process through self directed exploration. Students have freedom to choose activities and work at their own pace within the prepared environment and guidance from their teachers. Montessori classrooms are typically mixed age group settings, encouraging collaboration and community building through social interactions. Some advantages of Montessori education is that it fosters a child-centered approach that respects each child's unique learning pace, interests, and learning styles. By allowing children to choose activities, Montessori education cultivates intrinsic motivation, which fosters a love for learning. With mixed-age classrooms, students develop their social and emotional skills through collaborative interaction with their peers. Some challenges of the Montessori education is that teachers require specific training and certification, which can be challenging in regions where programs for training are limited. The cost of Montessori materials can get expensive to maintain. Some schools may face challenges in funding to acquire high quality materials that meet the developmental needs of each child. Also, due to familiarity with traditional methods, teachers must effectively educate this philosophy to the parents for clear understanding. Establishing consistent communication between parents, teachers, and administrators is essential for implementing the Montessori approach. A key point and example of the Montessori educational approach is independence and self directed learning. Montessori education promotes self paced learning that empowers children to work independently. For example, in Montessori classrooms, children can choose to engage in practical life skill activities like pouring water into a pitcher. I hope you enjoyed this presentation over the two educational approaches to education. And again, my name is Jamie Wright. My last slide includes resources that can be found through these websites. Thank you.